going to cut down a 3.5 pound spare rib into a St. Louis style rib. We're going to do this by removing the brisket bone. We turn the rib over and you can see the brisket bone here and this piece of skirt meat here. We're going to start by trimming this off. To remove this brisket bone, the best thing to do is to find the largest rib bone and where the knuckle begins with it. You can do this by simply pressing down with your fingers and finding that knuckle. We'll start from there and just square the rib up. Once we've removed the brisket bone, then we want to pull the membrane off the back of the ribs. The easiest way is to take a paper towel and just pull the membrane off the back of the rib. You then want to remove any excess fat. Now, you normally remove this piece of fat. It's on the front of the ribs. And there we have a St. Louis style rib. We're going to let the ribs sit overnight in sugar. We're going to take sugar in the raw and sprinkle on the ribs. Want to give a nice even coating to the backside. You can rub it in slightly. Then we'll turn our ribs over. And we'll put a nice coat on the front side. We're now going to let them sit overnight in the refrigerator. Now that the ribs have set overnight, we're going to season them with our Fast Eddie barbecue rub. You can see that most of the sugar has melted into the ribs. We're now going to lightly season them. Just want to get a nice even coat of seasoning all over the ribs. Make sure you get the ends. We'll now let those sit for about 5 minutes, and then they'll go into the smoker. We're now going to load the ribs into the smoker. We're going to begin with the rib tips that we cut off the ribs. And then we'll load our 2 slabs of ribs into the smoker. Those will now cook for 4 hours. going to cook the ribs in a Cookshack model FEC100. This is the fast steady pellet cooker. It has a cook and hold controller, and we're going to simply set the temperature and the time that we want to cook for. So we're going to set the temperature today at 250 degrees. Simply press and hold the cook temperature button and adjust the temperature upwards to 250. We want our cook time to be 4 hours. We're now ready to start the smoker by pressing the start button. It will now tell us what the oven temperature is and how much time we have left to cook. We've had the ribs in the smoker now for 4 hours. We're going to now brush them with our finishing sauce. We'll pull the racks out. You can see that the sauce is going to give them a nice pretty red glaze. We're going to brush them with the sauce, and then we'll let them sit in the smoker for another 15 minutes. This will glaze the sauce up nicely. Here's our finished product. You can see the nice glaze that we've gotten from our sauce. To make it easy to cut them, we're going to turn the slab over. And we simply cut between the bones. One of the things you'll find with St. Louis style ribs is the bones tend to be a little bit crooked, so you have to be careful to make sure that you get directly between the bones. That's all there is to cooking championship ribs, except for the best part. Oh, those are nice and tender.